Welcome back. This is Frank DiMora, and this is his third segment for September the 20th of 2011. And I'm going to cover a subject now that is in chapter 2 of my book. And this is the brand new edition of my book. And you can see it's starting to get like War and Peace. There is so much information in here that if you read this, you will be completely blown away how close we are to seeing Jesus Christ. This book is loaded with documents, proof, and evidence that everything that the Lord told us to look for is either already happened or is in the process of taking place, getting ready to fulfill the rest of those prophecies that haven't been fulfilled yet. Now, one of the prophecies that I want to show you right now, if you go to my website, www.bibleprophecyman.com, you'll see the front cover and the back cover of the book, and right below it is a link. You click the link and you can download the book for free today. And if you turn to page 80 of that book, you'll see where it says 10 unions of nations. Now, in the book, I give you detailed information about the possibility of who the 10 kings are that Jesus and Daniel talked about, that would be coming in the last days, that would be giving all of their authority over to this beast or the Antichrist, who will be ruling the world. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just read chapter 17 of the book of Revelation, chapter 12 through 13, where it says this: "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings when hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength over unto the beast." So Jesus is talking about 10 kings forming together, giving all of their power over to this one man, the Antichrist. And then again in Daniel chapter 7, verse 24 through 25a, it says, "And the 10 horns out of the kingdom are 10 kings." So we know exactly who they are, or what they are. "That shall arise, and another shall rise after them." In other words, there'll be 10 of these kingdoms formed, and then the little horn, as it says in Daniel, will rise up amongst the 10, and this is what it says: "And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. And he shall speak great words and against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws." So what we have here is essentially the same thing that Jesus talks about in the book of Revelation. 10 kings coming. 10 kings will be established. He's going to come up and subdue 3 of those leaders. That's what the Bible tells us. Now, when you look, for example, at the European Union, France, Germany, and the UK are known as the Gang of 3. They're the strongest in the Union, and there's a possibility that they may be those 3. But let me go on, because this is going to be a little bit different here. Now, I'm going to read you what I wrote in my book so that you'll be encouraged to go in and read it in its entirety. It says, "Early in the chapter, I stated there was a possibility that the Western European Union nations may not be the 10 Jesus addressed us, and there are hints to this effect which I will cover later. Now I want to show you why I stated that if the WEU or the 10 CEO Islamic nations are not the 10 that Jesus warned us about, then there is another possibility of a group of 10, and this is the group that I'm referring to right now, that may be the 10. Like the European Union, there have been other nations that have been merging together as one union. Fact is, we see these unions of nations coming together. And here is a list of the 10 union nations. And so in my book, I tell you who they are. And I'm going to skip down to get to the area that I want to discuss today in the news. It says the third union that seems to be in the process of coming together is the North American Union, known as the NAU. This is a theoretical economic monetary union of the 3 principal countries of North America, namely Canada, the United States, and Mexico. It is believed that when the U.S. dollar dies these three nations will form one union and one common currency. And my dog doesn't like this news because he doesn't like these unions, I guess. This was one reason why many people in the U.S. believe that the U.S. government is not going out of their way to enforce the Mexican illegal border crossings. Now, I give you in my book, I cite information about why we believe that this may be the possibility of the 10 nations or these unions coming together in different places around the world at different unions, and then when there's chaos, this man might be giving reign for all of these unions. Now here's a brand new article that just came out today, and this was taken, you'll have the link at my site, and let me read it to you in case it doesn't come over well. It says, "Beyond the border, a shared vision for the parameter security and economic competitiveness. A declaration by the Prime Minister of Canada and the President of the United States of America. Canada and the United States are staunch allies, vital economic partners, and steadfast friends. We share common values, deep links among our citizens, and deeply rooted ties. The extensive mobility of the people, goods, capital, and information between our two countries has helped ensure that our societies remain open, democratic, and prosperous. To preserve and extend the benefits of a close relationship has helped bring the Canadians and Americans alike. We intend to pursue a parameter approach to security, working together within, at, away from borders of our two countries to enhance our security and accelerate the legitimate flow of people, goods, and services between the two countries. We intend to do so in partnership and in ways that support economic competitiveness, job creation, and prosperity." Now, there's one thing that this article has in common with how the European Union was established. And what they're writing about in here is relation to the United States, Mexico, and the Canada forming one union is essentially the same way that the European Union started back in 1957 when they got together and said, we want to come together for goods, services, and border issues, and we're going to develop one nation. And eventually that's exactly what happened. We see now, we see the result of that within the European Union nations. And by the way, they are the nations that used to be in the old Roman Empire, and Jesus told us there would be a revived Roman Empire. And so this is one of the reasons why I believe that it may be, I lean more towards the European Union, because they fulfill almost to the exact specifications of what Christ was talking about. But then again, I just want to bring this out because there are 10 nations or of unions that are being formed. Now, the only one that is not completely formed yet, that is in the process, is this North American Union. And they talk about they want to finish their vision. Now, this is the same kind of vision that the European Union had, and their vision was actually fulfilled in 2009 when Van Rompuy became the first president, full-time president of the European Union, which again, even the European Union recognized in many of the writings, which you'll see appear in my book, that they say that they're the revived Roman Empire. So what I do is I give you all the different facts and the evidence showing you that there are nations that are already established that are in fact from the old Roman Empire, and this tells us that we're very, very close to seeing the Antichrist, because if all those things are already done, the only thing now that that hasn't been fulfilled is the Antichrist to step on the world scene to make a peace agreement with Israel for 7 years. And then there you go, you have the beginning of the 7-year tribulation, which I believe is about to begin very, very soon. So this is the time to ask the Lord for the salvation. In case the Lord decided to come back today, you need to be right with God so that you can have your wings and fly out of here and into the arms of Jesus Christ. Thank you.